What up? What up? Wednesday, what it is? Doc, talk to me, man. Wake up,
What's
man.
good?
Come on, let's get with the program, man.
What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Beat 139. Doc, Shake the Block, Shaq and Kobe the podcast, Doc and Don Vito, Keith Cash, the whole team, the super team. Y'all know what it is.
Yo, Wednesday, man. Love Wednesdays, man. You know, today is going to be a great day. You know, we got Black Rose in the building. We got Black Rose in the building. We got Keith Cash in the building. We got my brother Jay in the building. And I'm Don Vito, voice for the peoples. And without further ado, we want to welcome Black Rose to the show. Black Rose, how you doing? What's up, Black Rose? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get the lights up, y'all.
Let's get the lights up, man. You know, she traveled a long ways to get over here.
All the way from the heights.
All the way from the heights, man. You know what I mean? All the way from the heights. And we're going to have a great interview. So, Black Rose, for the people that don't know you, first of all, before we get into that, why they call you Black Rose?
Oh, well, my name is Rosemary, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went through all those phases. I was Rosie when I was little, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom still calls me Romeri.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, responsibilities, life, children, I was like, oh, people call me Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And I would write a lot of poems and became a female MC. And we were trying to figure out what to call me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't just call me Rose on stage.
Right.
What's my alter ego's name?
Mm-hmm.
And my fiance at that time was looked at me and said, Black Rose. And I said, I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised in Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we grew from the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
So it fit right.
Harlem, huh?
Yep. Harlem.
Okay. Harlem, stand up. East side. You know what I mean?
So, and I liked it because even though some people think Black Rose means death, but after death comes new life. So we're just out here bringing new life to things that are dead.
Right.
Black Rose.
Okay, cool. So you grew up on the west side of Harlem or the east side?
I grew up on the west side, but I spent a lot of time on the east side. Like, I'm definitely from Harlem, all sides. I love El Barrio.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised on Broadway, though.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Our Lady of Lourdes, A. Philip Randolph, but my hangout spot was definitely El Barrio a lot, especially with the arts and a lot of the stuff that I do when it comes to skits and sketches.
Mm-hmm.
El Barrio got my heart.
Right. So around what streets?
Oh,
like 116th going down type.
Yeah, like from 125th down to 106.
Right, east side.
Like east side, like 116th, 106. I used to work there for years. Like my son even went to school out in Harlem, all junior, elementary, junior high, and high school. Mm-hmm. And I used to work at Chase Bank. Right. Okay. That's how I met Deborah.
Okay,
Deborah. I got found by Deborah working at Chase Bank while she was making her deposits.
The infamous Deborah.
So y'all got cool.
Sexy.
Yeah.
So y'all got cool exchange numbers, and then
she was making her deposits because she was selling books, urban novels, and she looked at me. She said, "You don't belong here.
That sounds like
you don't
Deborah.
belong here.
Yeah.
You're gonna play jazz in my movie.
Wow.
For real?
You're gonna play me." And that's why I could do her so good, you know?
Wow. Hold on. So she saw you and just said, "You're gonna play it." Wow.
Yeah.
What it was about you?
Years
think?
later, Chain the movie.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, chain. Yeah.
Change. That's what it's called.
What it was.
She probably, Deborah. She the type of person that she's like she has autistic type of mind where she can. She go by her personal look, and she, you probably fit the character of the person that she wanted in the film.
Me to play her.
Oh, there it is.
Play jazz. You're gonna play me.
And what she said. And what you said.
Here. I was like, I bet.
For real?
And then we did some projects. We did some modeling for her. Then we lost contact. But good old internet. She found me on Facebook. No, she found my email. Mm-hmm. She found my email of some music that I had sent her back then, and then that's when we got ready to do Chain the movie.
So you had no prior acting experience?
No, I've always been in the arts. I grew up going to school at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. So I've always been trained for theater, and always I was in everything in school. Gym, dance, acting, music, choir. I sang in church. So I've always been a kid that's been around the arts, and that was just like my first movie that I ever had as a lead, and I really appreciate Deborah for giving me that opportunity, kind of like pushing me.
So grew up on the east side. Did you ever like run across like you probably was a little girl at the time, like Hector Macho Camacho, Tito Puente, these a lot of the famous guys from El Barrio, you know?
No, yeah, I didn't run into them, but you know, we all know all
Yo,
of them.
right, because they had that respect in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they was
Nothing
big.
like the energy on the east side El Barrio. Like there's just this energy that you just feel like your ancestors are there with you, walking with you, guiding you.
They stick together over there, man.
Yeah.
I
You know what I'm saying?
really, really love and appreciate El Barrio, you know, east side, Harlem. I'm gonna always say I'm from Harlem. That's the first thing I say all the time, because anybody like us, with our swag different. Our swag's
That's 100% though, because like even though you know Harlem, El Barrio, 116th, I say 116th down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I say 116th
You
down.
gotta start at that bakery.
Right there, because when I grew up as a little kid, 116th Street, we used to shop on 116th Street.
Yeah.
They had all the stores. Remember, they had all the stores.
So
You know,
that bakery.
right. Well, that bakery is crazy. What's the name of the bakery? Valencia? What is it?
No, but this is the bizcocho, Puerto Rican cake, right? I
Yeah.
don't even know the name of the bakery. I
They
just
had
know
some
that
good
bakery.
ass cakes
We
in
all
that
know the bakery
motherfucker.
on 116.
Yeah, we can't be doing that. Yeah, but so when Deborah came to get you, right? How did you had to audition, or she just put you in, or how did it go?
She wanted me. She saw my light. I was doing music during that time. And she saw what I was doing. I was doing music. I was recording at the Rough Rider Studios. That was the first studio I got to record in, and I got to experience meeting the deans. And when I first walked in there, I was blonde, definitely summertime, so my complexion was, was doing what it was supposed to do. The melanin was melanin. And I walked in there, they thought I was Eve. They were like, Eve. I was like, Black Rose. Yeah, I was like Black Rose. And so I was doing music.
Your hair was shorter or was the same length?
It was like, just a little shorter, but it was blonde.
Okay.
And I get that resemblance they say all the time with Eve. And so Deborah met me as an artist. Like she knew that I was doing music, and she saw something. She saw something that day, and I was like, I'm riding with this lady.
Chained.
So how I felt when she said, "I'm taking you," like you took her serious, like
yeah, no, that woman was about her business.
Because she making
came and made her deposits. Yeah, Deborah was on it.
Yeah, one thing about Deborah, man, I like Deborah. Deborah's cool. She has like a real hustler's mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? So I could see her coming at you like that.
Yeah.
Deborah, if she got something on her head, she gonna say it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's all business. And she put together a nice little cast. It was like about 4 girls, right? 4 girls.
Yeah, it was.
And
Charisse.
Yeah.
Lexi Jose. Tahim Commodore.
Commodore.
He's the first person I started doing skits with. And like we all were cool. We all know how to vibe to each other. The chemistry with everybody in the cast was pretty dope.
Yeah, that's cool. So once you did that first film with her, right? And then you watched it, how did you feel once it was finalized?
That premiere was dope. The fact that we sold out, that was the Harlem Theater.
Harlem Theater, we were there.
At the Harlem Theater, we was there.
It was so dope. Red carpet, watching my mom and my son.
It was packed too.
That I'm doing. It was sold out, and everybody looked good. Everybody showed out.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was really good. It was really dope to see it, and just motivates you to make time for your own projects. You can't wait for other people. And Deborah was nothing but an inspiration. She wrote these novels while she was going through her situation. Came out of there, sold her novels, and then I was like, let's flip these into scripts. So it was really good. It felt dope.
We benefited off that as well. Me and Doc, B139, At that time, we had some girls who used to work with us, you know, and you remember them.
Yeah.
And we all came out. We had the camera crew. You know, we came out looking good, doing our thing too. That was our first experience of doing a red carpet event, is what I'm saying. With
Caller, hold on, caller.
with that type of in that type of setting, you know what I mean? But we can get the caller though.
Caller.
Hello, caller. I call back. Yeah, so that was like right down. That was one of our first outdoor, you know.
Yeah.
But we pulled it off though.
No, it wasn't.
It was one of them. I didn't say it was the first one, but we pulled it off.
That thing was nice. That thing was nice.
You know, a lot of times we came out, we was new, but we was determined to make it work. Determination, man. 100%. Look at us now. You know what I'm saying?
Who would have thought?
Yeah,
you're right.
We doing a lot of things, man. We working.
You gotta have that drive. You gotta believe in yourself.
Amen.
And you want to roll. You know, you gotta do it.
Faith takes you a long way.
Takes you a long way. So the chain, where was it? Is it on Tubi? What was it on?
It's on most major platforms, but it's on Tubi for sure. And it's still rocking.
Yeah, it was good because when I watched it, when we saw the premiere, it was well put together. Yeah. Everybody did good. The actor been pretty good too.
Yeah, it was nice.
For real.
It was nice, that little jail scene,
all that shit.
That was nice.
Yeah, nice little ingredients.
Yeah, like when I was choking her with the panties.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that was
She still asks me for them panties. She was like, "Yo, you ain't gonna give me them shits, yo." That's like a little treasure. When you blow, always remember.
We got a caller.
Hello.
How you doing? Welcome to the B139. What's your name?
Hey man, all I wanted to say was that Puffy was behind all that shit. He needs to be locked up.
Puffy.
Oh, yeah, y'all want to talk about
You talking about Puff Daddy?
Yeah, he needs to be locked up. They need to lock his ass up so he can know.
But right now, I understand what you said, but we talking about Black Rose right now. We interviewing Black Rose. You got anything to say to Black Rose? Is this nigga drinking or something, man? Fuck is yeah, but this nigga drinking or something?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. A lot of people think that like he probably watched the Bonds interview and probably think it's live.
Right.
And he called in. That's what that was. No, but it ain't live today. That happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I'm like, get me here to talk some other stuff.
He said the Puff Daddy. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
All right, so let's get back to your interview, right? So after you did that movie, what took place after that? What other moves you
made? A lot of other stuff. Kept working with the team in El Barrio, started doing sketches and skits with Tahim, Mr. Commodore. You guys know him as Mr. Commodore. So did a lot of stuff with them. Ken Stars rock with the Good Night Crew for a few years. I feel like it's a good 8 years that we was out there just hitting all the spots in El Barrio, promoting different people, promoting the neighborhood, promoting different events. It became a thing that we were the ones that were shooting these skit commercials to represent our people. And you get witty with that, you know? You learn how to be a little quicker with your jokes. You grow thicker skin, and no matter what, I still kept doing music on the side, but the sketches became a big part of my life, and I would help co-produce shows with other people as well. So then now we're taking this to theater and Broadway or off Broadway. So I just dibbled and dabbled with as many things as I can, and was officially writing and copywriting commercials for pages that represented Latinos. Like we would write for things like McDonald's, Wendy's, Lay's, but in the perspective of an Afro-Latina, you know?
Right.
So all of that helped a lot, and it helped me become who I am now. And now I'm doing stand-up comedy as well.
So stand-up comedy, what makes you get into that?
You know, hanging out with so many funny people, and they always tell you, you're naturally funny, Rose. You're naturally funny. And they push you. They're like, you know what? One day we're going to have an open mic, get 3 minutes on stage. Let's see what happens. And those 3 minutes have become my set that I have like a good 20, 25 minutes under my belt. And I know I'm confident that I could go to a room and, you know, make people laugh telling my story.
Hold up. So they just told you to do a 3-minute stand up, and you wasn't nervous or nothing. How many people
But I've
was
already
there
been
about?
in-
This a ballpark number.
Some shows, well, that,
No,
first,
the
that
first
first
one. I'm
show,
just about
I
the
want to
first
say
one.
that first show had definitely like 50 people.
That's a decent
It was
amount of
at Brown
people.
Sugar. Shout out to Tommy.
Yeah, I know
5K.
Brown Sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, T5K, Mr. Nueva York, Chris Grant, they all pushed me to get on stage. And I'm not nervous on stage. Like, I'm not. Like, I don't get nervous to get on
Because
stage.
movies is different from stage. Stage is like just you.
I know, but
So
I've
movies
always been
just
on
stop.
stage. I still performed. I was a female MC. I was hitting the open mic. So I'm
Oh,
already seasoned in performing. Like, once that mic is in front of me, like, all right, let's go. What we doing?
But the thing about it, you don't know what the people's response going to be. See, that's the key.
No, you
With
don't.
comedy.
Like, it gets a little, you know, there are moments that you get those little jitters, but like, if you're not nervous, why are you doing it? You know? But you're still gonna get up there.
Do you remember the skit you did? The comedy skit?
Well, it wasn't a skit, it was just me talking. What did I talk about? I made fun of fajas. I made fun of women wearing fajas.
Oh wow!
I was like, you know, I'm an influencer now. That was one of them because it was like a competition for 7 weeks, and I won those 7 weeks straight. So 3-minute bits. One of them was about a faja. The other one is about taking care of my mom while raising my son. Most of my sets is just my life, basically.
Mm-hmm. You see, I understand what you're saying, Doc, about being nervous, but still to the day, professional comedians say they still get nervous before they get on. And then once they get on the stage and once they start talking, then it leaves. But prior to getting on, they still get nervous, man. You know what I mean? That's a feeling like, you know, anticipation.
You gotta get that little, you know, you feel that little Holy Spirit hitting you. You're like, oh my God, I'm about to get on stage.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get booed?
Booed, no. But I've had like a moment where like it could have been a better delivery.
And people wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
You
Like
could tell,
they might not laugh as much.
Yeah.
You could tell by the amount of laughs
you could
that
tell.
you might get, or whether people are paying attention to you or not.
Yeah.
And then there's different rooms because there's comedy rooms, and then there's what you call like the clubs or restaurants.
What's the difference?
People at a comedy club going to the comedy club to watch comedy, so they understand the essence of like, y'all need to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to put together a show at a restaurant. The waiters, everybody, they just eat and smoke a hookah. You know, like it's a different vibe, and you have
talking and stuff while you're trying to do your thing.
Yeah, and like some comedy clubs, you could do your sets, and some of these other clubs, you might have to get a little more ratchet to get their attention. You know, like you have to learn how to navigate. Read the room. Step one in anything you do, read the room.
That's very important. That's just like a DJ. Like when you come into a party, right? You got to read the room. You got to see what type of people you got in there to feel what type of music you want to play. You can't just play anything. And the real DJ, he reads the room. You know what I'm saying? Before he throws something on, you know.
And then he know once he see them rocking,
right?
He got to type. He got to
and he got to keep it going.
See, I always tell people the hardest thing about DJing is once you get them rocking, you got to. You
can't right.
You know what?
Right.
So the same thing.
That's the hardest.
You don't want to play your music and they rocking and do something and lose them and they do this here and they leave. That's man, why you just fuck the flow up?
Down, be like, yo, it's not a good
so reading the room I know it's a lot harder with comedy because you know some people think shit funny and some people don't think shit is funny. You know what I mean?
You gotta learn how to.
And you got hecklers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
How you deal with the hecklers?
You know, like I interact a little bit with them, but sometimes you just gotta keep them moving. You know, depending on how much they heckling, you could, you know, at one point be like, "Yo, hey, I'm over here talking. Let's keep it moving." You know, like do something funny. But I don't think you should get into an argument with a heckler. I feel like you should just use them to your advantage.
Yes.
But we also have to have like if we're doing sets and we're doing these shows, you might have 10, 15 minutes. You know what you want to deliver, and you know the time it's going to take you to deliver. So you can't spend too much time with the heavens. You gotta keep it moving because
So-
you gotta deliver your jokes.
So they normally give you 10 minutes, a long time.
10 to 15, sometimes 20.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Because we had comedians here, they were doing like 5 minutes, and that was like good, that's a good amount. 5 minutes?
Nah, I don't think 5 minutes is a
5
good
minutes is
amount.
good money.
Nah, that's too short.
Yeah.
5
What you
minutes
think?
is good
Nah.
for somebody to start, you know, like if
Yeah,
you're starting
but-
out.
5 minutes is maybe
Yeah.
10, but not 5. 5
but
is
if you wanna
fast.
capture
You got to
some
rush your
crowds-
jokes like that too. So a lot of comedians tell
Stories.
story jokes.
Yeah.
So a story takes a
Yeah,
little while.
story
So
take a
5
while.
minutes, that's probably like one good joke,
I
you know?
could be a storyteller. I'm more of a storyteller,
Mm-hmm.
and I can do some crowd work. So
Right.
that's the blend of me.
Mhm.
Depending on what it is, I am telling my story. I'm saying where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm saying what I do. You know, talking about my mama, talking about my son, talking about trying to date here. You know, basic subjects, and then randomly, depending on who's on the crowd, then I interact with the crowd, and that's when other magic happens,
Mhm.
other jokes. And you're like, oh look. That
So-
worked.
So acting, comedy, and you said rap and sing, right?
Yeah.
Damn, rap, sing, acting.
All right, let me hear a song right quick.
Which one? Which
He
one?
said, let
Oh,
me hear a
let me hear a
song.
song right
Alright, but
quick.
which one you enjoy? You get to the song at that. But which one you enjoy the most? Like in order.
Oh my God, I love it all because it all makes me me, you know. I don't like boxing myself in. Women, we are 4 different people in a month. You guys know that, right? We
You
go
4
through-
different
we
people?
fo- women in general.
Nah, what is that? What
We
for
go
is
through
that?
a lot of different emotions.
All right, so
We
give
go
us the
through,
4.
You know, when we're ovulating, you know, we might be a little bit more sexual, you know, a little bit more nurturing, you know. When we're on our cycle, per se, we might be a little groggy, you might get a little attitude, and then we got that 1 week that we're just ourselves. So, you know, everything is just cool. So I love that I get to express all of that in different parts of my art.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to be a little seductive, I could use my art to be a little seductive. If I want to be let that little masculine energy out a little bit, I could use my skits and bring some characters in. So I love it all. I really can't choose, to be
So you
honest.
That's
think-
4 different things.
Yeah, but do you feel that what you do on stage is a way for you to express yourself
Yeah.
and release things? You know what I'm saying?
For
Because I think
sure.
it's a feeling of expression when you're
sure.
on comedy and stuff like that.
I let life be my muse. So you could be going through anything with a friend. You could have an argument with a friend. I could either get really upset or I could crack a quick joke about it and move on.
Mhm.
Just laugh at it.
Yeah.
I'd rather crack a quick joke
Mhm.
and laugh and move on than fester this, you know, energy to be so upset at somebody.
So let me ask you a question. Being that we're talking about comedy, what's your top 5 comedians that you look up to, or that's funny to you? In any order. That's alive.
Especially of people right now.
Mhm.
I love Smokey Suarez.
Okay, shout out to Smokey.
Yeah, he's gonna be at my comedy show for my birthday, February 16th. Make sure y'all pull up. I love what Aida Rodriguez is doing, representing the Afro Latinas, Indigenous Latinas,
Mm-hmm.
and showing us that we could be out here telling our story and being funny with it. And I really love my friends. Like I really do love my friends. Shout out to Soul's Dope. It's like the circle. I'm one of those that doesn't necessarily like look up. I look this way. I see the people that are around me.
Mm-hmm.
People that I might want to work with is like an Adam Sandler, of course, because he brings comedy and acting together. So I would love to work with somebody like Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
There's Amanda Sykes is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these people that we watched growing up. Of course, we all watched the Richard Pryor. I didn't maybe understand too much when I was younger, but like I remember watching the Wayans brothers. Like I love In Living Color. All of that were the people that I looked up to.
Mm-hmm. So
who your top 5? That's a good question, Vito. He asked you, since you do everything, he's asked you top 5 comedians. Who your top 5 actors?
I would be fangirling on people.
That's not fangirl. That's who you write.
Taraji.
mm-hmm.
Energy. I feel like I'm getting put on the spot. Like, who else? Who else? I don't even watch. I don't watch TV.
It could be all time.
Watch TV. I love Lucy. I don't even know what's her real name.
So your main focus is the music and the comedy, pretty much.
The writing, all of the writing, music, and comedy is pretty much everything that I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything that I'm doing now, and it all correlates together. Eventually, there's the one-woman show coming.
Right.
And that's when I'll be able to showcase every single thing I do. And I'm excited for that.
And when is that coming?
I want to work on. I'm going to be writing for it right now this year. So stay tuned. I don't have exact dates. We're manifesting.
Oh, so these are different projects that you're working
these
on.
are different projects, different projects.
So far as the singing part, you ever did any live shows like singing, just singing, like stuff like that?
Yeah, I have the song called "What You Saying" out right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's on all platforms. It's a sexy, grown and sexy smokers vibe type of song.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And did you who produced it?
I wrote that song, everything, pretty much. And I did this with the help of the Happy Monkey team. We recorded in a few studios over at, oh my God, my brain is freezing with the name of the studio that we went to. But the Happy Monkey team is the one that helped me basically put that together.
Mm-hmm.
And, I wrote and directed everything. Shout out to both productions. They directed the video. They filmed and everything. But that was, once again, me.
You have a manager?
I do have a management team now. It's called La Formula.
Mm-hmm.
La Formula Group. I met them through the people in El Barrio.
Mm-hmm.
They're from El Barrio. So they saw all the stuff that I've been doing for El Barrio. I was basically given an inauguration for the Puerto Rican Festival. I was hosting. I got on the float also for the Puerto Rican parade. They have my picture on the float. And,
Okay.
And they gave me a plaque, El Barrio, basically showing me respect and honoring me. So I'm very honored with everyone in El Barrio and everyone that saw all the work that we were doing for the community. And I'm telling you, El Barrio got a big piece of my heart. Got a big piece of my heart. I'm Dominican, by the way. Everybody thinks I'm Puerto Rican because I rep Bori so much, and I'm like, I love the culture and I love our people, and to me, we're all the same people. We just, you guys say pegao, I say con. We still eating it, right? Okay, I love the alcapurrias. Bring the alcapurria over here, baby.
See,
So how many movies you have under your belt right now?
My MVD is growing. We got Chained, the movie. Playing Sam, shout out to the Playing Sam team. Super Bad. I did some background for In the Heights, West Side Stories, Christy Monroe Show. There's a few things out there. We're doing a few things.
So how you go about bookings and things like that, like getting your work, like
the gram. I'm hustling the gram, Instagram. Posting, showing people.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, like you just
free.
post away. Do not be afraid to promote yourself. Instagram is not for your friends, guys. Do not care if your friend is liking your stuff or not. That's not what Instagram. You're not there for your friends. Instagram is so that you find your target market and you push. I tell
people that all the time.
You push your product.
Yeah.
So do not feel ashamed to push anything, and don't be afraid to just change it up every now and then. If that don't work, so what? Then go back to what works. Like
it's
this
free.
Is a tool.
You know what I mean? So you work it. You work it the way you can get something out of it.
Yeah.
Like I tell people all the time about social media. Like I grew up a Harlem hustler, real quick, right? So dudes I grew up, we wasn't with taking pictures and putting that shit on that. We got to stay low for various reasons. But somebody's like, yo, you need it, because I had I do my fitness thing heavy, and I got into other little businesses. I had artists and all. They're like, you got to put them on the social media. Back then it was called MySpace, some shit like that.
Oh, well, I have my music on MySpace.
Yeah, that was you know what I mean? So I got introduced to that, and it helped with the marketing and getting artists and all that. But what I'm saying is that your target audience should be the people that's helping you grow or get some type of money.
Exactly.
All that liking and not liking, who cares?
Yeah.
That shit ain't putting no money in my pocket. I don't
It
care
don't bother me.
at all. You know what I'm saying? I like it when somebody hit me and got a business move for me. Then I'm like, oh, what's up? But all that liking, I'm like, that shit ain't about nothing, man. It's fake love, man.
They see it.
That's
But
about it.
one thing I could say about you, like when we ain't had to tell you the post. When we don't like what people do, we send them their flyer and stuff. We should have to be on your back about posting this for you.
Listen,
I never understood that.
everybody works differently, and what I tell people is just, you always take notes. You see who has the passion, who, there's a lot of people that look a certain way on Instagram. They might have all these followers, but are they really like giving you a real experience in person? Where's like that human connection? Where's the empathy? Where's the, like what else he's doing? It like, you'll figure it out as you go, and little by little, stuff that's not meant for you will detach, because then you start vibrating so high they can't even approach you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see who's gonna show out for you and who doesn't.
And then, like you said, the thing is, I always say, if you in business, you should always check your DMs regularly. Some people like, I don't even check my DMs.
Well, no,
Like,
yes,
how?
I get a lot of them.
Business, you should at least check, because you never know which one that opportunity for you.
I could say two different things about that. Yeah, we should check our DMs. But sometimes it gets very overwhelming, the amount of things coming through our DMs. Taking it to the next step and building that relationship. That's why it's important to build relationships. May I have your email? Can I text you? Can I have this form of communication? What's a different type of form of communication to reach you? Because sometimes I have 1,000 things happening at once. Like yesterday, when you sent me the other flyer, I was like, oh, I need the caption because I'm in the middle of another event. So I'm at another event, being Black Rose at another event, and people want to talk to me and take pictures with me. But I'm like, yo, I got to post something before this time. Bam, da, 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 ba, boom, ba, yo, give me a quick second, yo, boom, send, bam, let's go. Past that, we might have a lot of stuff in our hands, but where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
So when you first came in there, you were singing and all that. Got a pretty good voice. Can you sing something for
you
for the
want me to
viewers?
sing what I was singing before?
See, when you come in here and you say, I sing, I rap, I dance, or whatever the case may be, people on our show, they always want to see, is she fronting or she got
sunshine? I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the muff made. It's a little something.
Mm-hmm.
But we also got bars, right?
Yeah. So you got bars too, right?
Bars, not bars. Bars.
But that was nice.
Bars.
Oh, you got bars too?
Ya tú sabes. La negrita que tiene la clave. I got the llave. Making them sick, grave, con sip this jarabe. Pass me that skirt. I like to ride it. Touch me for ride it. I feed you like it. I thought to decline it. This royal pussy popping. That's just a little bit.
Okay. See, it's stuff like that, right? Do you use like your singing abilities and your rap abilities like that in your skits too?
Yeah, this is why I
can't
choose it. It all works.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it all works.
It all works. It all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes that sketch project just sound doper. Because my brain, like I edit a lot of my own things too. My brain, as I'm editing, I'm hearing other things that I could add to it. And if I could promote my own music, why not do that? Why not keep making music? People are like, oh, but why are you going to the studio? Because I want to have music for whatever I want to use my music for. I'm not trying to be Beyonce out here. I'm not trying to be, I don't necessarily look forward to tour life as a rapper or a singer. That's tiring. I'd rather make a quick movie, make people laugh, and then I get to stash all this money and then work on other shows, do some stand-up, and then once again drop music when I want to.
Also, you at the stage where you get paid now for movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of times, for movies, and up and coming, it's just that
Hello.
you kind of
I pay my dues. I done a lot of free stuff. And I still do random things that are free. It all depends on what the goal is. And if you see the vision for somebody and I could do it and I have the time, but then I also now have the respect that I could be like, you know what, thank you for wanting me in your project, but unless there's a budget, it's not really going to work out for me.
Right.
Because it's going to take a lot of my energy. This project requires a lot of energy. I got to memorize a lot
Especially
of lines. I got to
movies.
go
Yeah.
rehearsals. Like that's a lot. And
Mhm.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, movies. That's a lot. That is a lot. So okay, so the style of rap you was going. What style of rap is that?
Well, no, that's a little drill for the new generation, but
A
like,
Latino drill.
but I'm Dominican, so we speak in English. We speak in Spanglish.
Mhm.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have music from back in the days, but of course, to me, it sounds great. To other people, it might sound great too, but it's not. It's a little outdated because back then, and I still prefer that we spoke very consciously.
Right.
Now, in order to grab people's attention, you gotta like talk slick and say less words.
Mhm.
But that's how you grab their attention. And if you can grab their attention and now you have your attention, now you have the opportunity to spit something that's deeper. And now they're gonna listen.
Mhm. And most music nowadays is people. It's all about the beat.
Yeah.
If you got the right beat and you ride it correctly and you get a crazy hook,
Shout out to all the producers. I
that's
feel like the producers
that's what a hit
definitely get
record
all
consists
the
of
love.
right
Yep.
there. You don't have to be lyrical like you had before, and if you got a mean producer, you on.
I did a
You know?
parody.
Huh?
I did a parody
Oh yeah.
and basically flip the words around. So that's another great thing when it comes to knowing that you could do music and comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Just blend it in and do a funny rap song. You never know. People could like make it with stuff. Look at Doja Cat. She made it by basically roasting people or what's that song? Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she was able to show her artistry in different ways. And
Right.
she could spit.
Yeah. One thing leads to the next.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So a lot of people send you like DMs for beats too. Like if you do beats through the DMs.
No,
or you
not
get your beats
not
through
necessarily through
YouTube.
DMs.
You got them through YouTube.
Nah, I don't like. I rather work with producers that are up and coming. Shout out to my guys, MRG, AOP, Conrad, ARP, GTO. These are all guys that they're recording music. We get to pull up to Empire, and then you get to meet young producers. Shout out to Jedi. Shout out to Bambalang. Shout out to All Smoke Podcast. I'm gonna drop that thing soon over there with All Smoke Podcast. And these are just young producers. Bambalang is like 22 years old. He could be my son. But his mind, they hear things differently.
Yeah, you got to understand, right? Like even in sports, a lot of things in life. You got a lot of people that's nice, but people don't know that, or they don't give them the opportunity to show it.
Yeah.
Like that's better than the people that you see on camera, but they don't know nobody and they can't get on. So it's like they on the sides doing them.
Yeah.
So I'm with the like meeting younger people. Like when I see a young person with a camera or doing videos, I'm fascinated. I'm eager to talk to them because I know we can use them for something later.
Exactly.
And they got that
have
gift.
that energy.
They got that energy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of excuses like older people.
Yeah, older people think they know it all.
Yeah, right. And the younger people on go time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the same thing like the young producers that you're talking about. These dudes probably got some crazy tracks.
Yeah,
but motherfuckers don't fuck with them because they ain't got no name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to Jedi, another young producer. Like there's a lot of young guys, and there's a lot of the great older guys out there doing their thing too. But they caught up with the bigger artists, and their beats are gonna cost a little more.
Yeah.
It's all about that money talk out here. That money talk, but you cannot get discouraged if you don't have the money to pay for the big producers. If you don't have the money to pay for these producers that are making beats for like Dave East or Rick Ross and them, like Buddha, for example, Buddha the Future. Like these are great producers, great music. But if you don't have it to pay for them, reach out to the younger producers. You know, I'm not a big fan once again of going on YouTube and trying to find a beat and remix it. Now you got this sample behind the stuff. You know,
Yeah, they're gonna let you go.
why
ahead,
not
yeah.
just go to
Yeah,
somebody
you have to
like,
buy it
yo,
out.
Yeah.
I got something here in my mind, bro. Can you mess with this right now? Like, give me a and he doing it there, and then I'm like, all right, and add this. Like, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Creating it like right there on the spot.
Yeah, that's dope right there.
Yeah.
So your week is busy. Your week is real busy because this thing, acting, I'm pretty sure that may come, quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
But you doing comedy, I'm pretty sure that comes
All the
regular.
time. You got to stay on stage.
So now you do comedy on the regular, and then you're in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a lot.
It don't seem like a lot when you're doing something that you like, though.
Yeah.
You know, like what I do in life and what you do in life. I like everything that I do.
Yeah.
So it don't feel like work. It just
Yeah.
feel like I'm living my life.
Yeah.
And I'm designed my life this way. I worked 25 years as a trainer, and I had a lot of clients, and I made a lot of money, but I had no life. I used to have to get up 3:30. You remember, I had to get up 3:30 in the morning. My first client was at 5 in the morning.
No,
Then I got a client at
gyms
5.
for
I got a
years.
client at 6. I got a client at 7. I could barely eat. I got to drink a shake, so because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I got a client at 8, but they's paying great. You understand what I'm saying? But now I'm at the point I can get up where I want to. I go to sleep when I want to.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and I prayed on that, man, and God bless me, man, and I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I feel weird because I feel like I ain't living right. I be bugging out sometimes. I be like I ain't living right because nigga, why you ain't doing something right now? It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm like, I be like, yo, I'm researching my mind, like,
Listen, we all
am
got
I
the
slacking?
24 hours.
But no, this is the way my life is right
Yeah,
now.
that's
But
a
when y'all
beautiful thing.
motherfuckers was sleeping, I was up 3:30 in the morning
Yeah.
every motherfucking day for a long time.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Get
On a
into
highway,
that
like
money.
tired and shit.
Right?
You know, because you live in Jersey to get to New York. If you wait till like 5:30, that motherfuckers be on the highway like, God damn, already.
That's crazy.
I thought I left early to beat the traffic, and I'm still running into traffic.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate getting that extra rest right now, for real, man.
Extra rest is
You
crazy.
pay your dues.
I did it
Paid your
for
dues.
long. I paid my dues, exactly. I paid my dues, man. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a
That's a
beautiful
beautiful thing. Word. So now you doing this on the stage because I see you got a lot of things going on. One thing about your Instagram, your Instagram stay booked with your stuff you got coming up. Like I said, yo, she's working. Like you look, you're like, damn, check comedy show here, interview with us, this thing. I'm like, damn.
I'm out here.
She's a hustler, man.
Listen.
You
You're a
know,
hustler.
I've been here, y'all.
you got your mom, you got to help out. You got your kids,
Yeah,
right? You got to make
I
money.
have not gone back to like a normal 9 to 5 since COVID, and I've been basically my mom's part-time caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say home attendant and caretaker at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I do, and then I hustle. I be out here. I be just going on the shows, showing face, learning as much as I can from everybody that's out here grinding along with us, and you know they starting to be like, oh shit, look at Black Rose. It's getting to the point that even your friends from like junior high school are finding you again.
Mm-hmm.
So how it is, like, okay, the celebrity in this, in you, like now you moving around, when people notice you, how it feel?
I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to it. I don't do it for the fame.
No, you ain't. I ain't saying that.
No,
but
I know. I
I'm
didn't.
asking,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, just someone that's not doing it for the fame, you don't even know how to react, right? Like, because if you're doing it for the fame, you'll be like, yes, bitch, I just be grateful. I just be like, thank you so much. Oh,
It's like
so
a grateful
dope.
feeling.
Yeah, it's just
It is.
grateful.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like with us, like it bugs me out sometimes. I'm not used to all this, and I go out with my sons and they be like, "Oh, you from the beat, yo? I like that interview you did with such and such." Yo,
see?
do you know? I'm like, okay, like you
It
know,
feels so.
they everywhere we go. Everywhere
Bro,
we
I
go.
even had a crackhead recognizing me, and I guess he must have had an Obama phone, and we in the train, and he's like telling his other crackhead friend, like, yo, that girl's a funny girl on the G. And I was like, Look at this. That was cool. I know, and you know, I'm a comedian, so that's what I'm saying, cracker. You know, whatever, guys.
Yeah,
I don't mean it in
No,
a
we know. Joking.
derogatory way. It's the Spanish, the Latina. Like I'm telling you, it comes out, so the words be mixing and stuff.
Let me explain something to you. I had some weird, not weird, but all of my recognizable moments with people be like funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like one time I was on the train and the dude came from one side to the other. I'll tell you about that. He took a selfie with me just the other day. You know, we get the UPS I just got the stuff from off on Amazon for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dude brought the box, right? He sat the box down. I got the box. I went to bring it upstairs. When I'm waiting to bring it upstairs, the nigga came back in and said, "Yo, oh man, yo, you that dude from the beat, right?" Yeah. I said, yeah. He said, "Yo, I be watching y'all every week, man. Nice to meet you, man." I said, "Nice to meet you too." Amazon driver, man.
You see?
The dude came back in the door just to tell me that when I was going upstairs. So I make that. It made my dad say, "Oh shit." You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was some funny shit.
I get it all the time. Like
that was some funny shit.
When I go out sometimes, the guy just be looking. I don't know, and he go, "Yo, I like that show." Like, you know,
it happens to me when I order food, Uber Eats and stuff, and they're like, they open the door and they're like, "Oh my God, you that girl?" And I'm like, "Damn, it's getting weird now." Mm-hmm. Now I don't want to order Uber too much because now they got my address. You know,
your brand. It means your popularity is growing.
My popularity is growing for
but
sure.
It freaks me out, huh? Because my son, we was in McDonald's. I swear to God. And one dude, we was online, and he noticed me. So I swear, went straight from McDonald's to the mall. Somebody right there. He said, "Oh, you're famous." Hey, yo, I swear. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but it's a good feeling, though, man.
It gets like that.
It's a good feeling, man. But you know what I like about it the most, though? It's to show that we working. Yeah. Because if you wasn't working, I go back to the working part. If you wasn't working, you would get none of that. Yeah. So I mean, the work is paying off. And Lord knows, with the beat, we've been grinding.
Hello.
You understand? And what you doing is grinding. So anytime you're dealing with anything with entertainment, you know, it's always a grind because you could be up one day and you could be down. Yep. Only way you stay up, you got to keep pushing.
That's why, listen, I posted something like that recently. Like, yeah, everybody say, "Oh, congrats." I'm like, yo, I don't sugarcoat nothing. This ain't easy.
And you're good as your last performance.
Yeah. You're good as
your last performance.
Good as your last show, last performance.
Good as your last fight.
Yeah, you're good as the last performance.
You got to keep going. This is not easy, but we're not going to stop. But that's what we're not
going to do. And it's 7 days.
7 days.
This is 7 days. I go to sleep with it on my mind. I wake up with it on my mind. Even though I got a lot of other things to do, I got it. Just like you said, when you asked me to send you the what's the name to put up and all that, you was doing something else. Mm-hmm. I be doing that, sending it to you while I'm doing something else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I know in my brain that I have an obligation. I have a duty to fulfill. And I know I do a lot of things you got to do in a certain amount of time. Because it got to make sense.
Because it got to make sense.
You know, and I got a routine that I do all the time. And you know, I've been doing it for years, so I got it down pat. But you got to keep it going. You got to make sense, man.
And also, I tell people also the most important part is your team. That's just why, like, your team, it don't go unnoticed. The little things they may do, like we a family here. Things everybody do, help out. You know what I mean?
And sometimes the team changes during the season. Sometimes your team is 4, 5, 6, 7 of y'all. Sometimes your team is just you.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you know, we've been around for quite a few years. Mm-hmm. Our team has changed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, we had all kind of people here.
You got to learn
and
how to
we always
evolve.
wanted the people we got to stay.
Yeah.
We never think about changing people, but you know, it changes on its own.
People evolve, and it's nobody's fault. Nobody's at fault.
Wish everybody the best.
I share. I'll be with you. Sangalejo though, if you on that bullshit.
That's real talk. So you got anything up and coming that people don't know about that you want to share with the viewers?
Of course. Listen, we got nothing but comedy shows coming up right now. Saturday, I'm gonna be in the BX for the Valid comedy show. February 14th, we're gonna be in comedy in Harlem. February 16th, private birthday party with Soul Stove, Chris Sosa, Frankie Ben, Smokey Suarez, And I have, you know, a team of amazing people that are going to be making the vibes right in the building. And what else? We're going to Staten Island on the 22nd. We working this whole March. And then, I mean, this whole February. And then March 22nd, I make 5 years doing stand-up comedy. Officially on Women's Day. So we're going to do a show on Comedy in Harlem with Christine Comedy Cougar, because she also hits 5 years doing stand-up. And we're going to survive with Jazzy Joyce hosting us.
Jazzy Joyce. She's still around, huh?
I love her.
Joyce,
Love
yeah, I
her.
ain't seen Joyce in a minute.
She coming back outside.
We'll get on the show.
Yeah, we got to get Joyce. I ain't seen Joyce in a minute.
So yeah,
Joyce
like,
got low for a little while.
I'm grateful. We out here cracking jokes.
So we need y'all to follow her.
Follow her.
Follow her. Support her. She's a woman out here, you know, trying to make things happen out here, and she's making the things happen. And you got to respect that. You got to respect her grind. Show love. Don't do no hating around here. Do some congratulate, you know.
Listen.
And we want to thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you.
You know, thank you very much. Very much. But before you go, can you tell them what's the #1 Harlem podcast show out here?
Beats 139. Right
Beat 139. We coming hard this year. You understand? 100%. I got my man Keith Cash, Teddy K. You understand? Black Rose, my man Jake. This is what we do. We out.